Hey, this is Eddie from Talkin Shit. Wanted to talk to you about donations. Best way to talk to you about it is through our intern, Roy Boy Ray, who, if you haven't gotten your shit, I'll tell you why. Go ahead, Ray, tell him.
Well, I'll actually tell you why. I have thoroughly dropped the ball on that. No excuses or anything like that. You know, you guys have been great about the donations, and we really appreciate it. It's just that it's taken a lot more time and effort than I thought it was going to, and I'm backed up. So they are coming. I got the new intern, which is everybody's favorite intern. I'm now number 2. It will be coming out. It will be fixed, and you will get your shit.
So if you donate, you will get your stuff. A lot of our listeners have gotten it. You get CDs, DVDs, posters. You get to come to the show. You get. We're gonna do a paintball event. But if you donate, you get these. So and they will get to you if you haven't received your swag. It's coming. Ray Boy's going to take a lashing for this.
True, but I do have to say one more thing. When you donate, there is a place for you to put notes. If you want it quicker, just put your address in the note box.
And your ethnicity.
Yes, that also.
Ethnicity?
Ethnicity.
Because if you put that right away...
If you're black.
Because if you put that right away, then I can get your stuff out quicker. Otherwise, you're going to have to get an email from Jim and Eddie, respond back to it. I have to find it in the mountain of emails that we get at jimandeddie@yahoo.com. And it's just a big pain in my ass.
Wow, and this was a really boring plug to get donations.
Let's start the show.
Yeah, let's just start the show. Because this is a great room tonight. We've got midgets and Pornstars. My 2 favorite things.
Right? If you're not smiling in this room, I don't want to know you.
Two douchebags on a couch. One's an asshole, one's a grouch. And relentless, all their mouths. Jim and Eddie. Talk shit. Jim and Eddie. Talk shit.
Welcome to Talkin Shit. I'm Eddie. Sitting beside Jim. We're at the Rape Cottage, and we've got a packed room tonight. We've got everybody, all the usuals. The usual suspects are here, from Lalit to Ernie to Jesse to Jason to Farside to Ray. But we have got 3 guests tonight. We have one of our favorite comedians, Brad Williams.
That's the midget, not the porn star. just so we're not confused.
And he doesn't have a midget voice, so you can't tell.
Yeah, you know, it's not the that's all. No, that's not.
Don't. You're offending me.
And then you brought 2 friends. Who are these girls?
Well, actually, I was just going to bring one. I was just going to bring my friend Kami Kai, who's here. Then Kami sent me a text message and said, "Do you mind if I bring one more porn star?" And I said, "That offends me, but sure." So, and she brought her lovely friend Courtney Kane.
See, right? Porn stars are like midgets. You can never have enough of them.
I'm still getting a slight crackle through my earphones. Now, the thing is, I just want to say about this: the only time this has ever happened before is Brad's last episode. I think Brad. I think dwarfs cause static like a mobile phone.
So instead of like white noise, it's like dwarf noise.
It is. That's the only other time it's happened.
Really?
Is it gonna? Did you hear it at all?
I think it might be that mic.
No, porn stars don't cause static.
Yeah. Everyone knows that.
Everyone idiots.
They cause many things, but static isn't one of them.
Now, your porn star friends, are these your real names or are these like stage names?
The real names.
They are stage names.
Of course
That's
stage
kind of a
names.
must in our business.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Okay.
Because they want a life afterwards.
Yeah.
What's your exit route? How long do you think you're going to do this for? Come on, it's a valid question. You can't be like 80 and just put it in here.
I had like a 5-year plan, and I'm actually at the end of it. So
Really?
And then do you become a director or?
What is your 5-year plan? What is the plan?
I went to school
Okay.
for helicopter mechanics. Actually,
What the
totally different.
And that's not a sexual position. That's actual
This is what
helicopter.
This is what I like about that is that you're going to be working with other mechanics and they'll know what you did and there'll be like some pick up that ratchet and then a thing and then there'll be like an overalls with a cock out and then you'll be like, every time I try to get out they pull me back in.
Guys are going to show up at work with cameras going.
School was it was interesting.
Like
People started finding out what I did. And I was the only chick in the class, so it was a little uncomfortable some days.
Sure, that many guys in the room. Sure,
Yeah.
Sure, that's a lot of poundings. And what's your exit route? What is yours?
Well, I went to school for radiology. So
Really? Like with cancer and stuff?
like ultrasounds and X-rays and Yeah.
You go
crap.
you go
Well-
straight to the C word, Jim.
Yeah. Every time.
What for cunts? Isn't that for cunts, radiology?
Super.
So wait, radiology, must be fairly smart to have done that. It's like almost a doctor.
Yeah.
So what happens? So you
Yeah.
go, I'm going to go to school for helicopter mechanics. I'm going to go to school for radiology. School's expensive. I'm going to pay for it. What a better way to pay for it than porn? Or is it that you're like, I just love to fuck? Which one?
I personally am all about the fucking. Like, I got into it because of the fucking. Like, I actually had a business degree and then got
fucking?
into porn.
Oh, okay.
So,
I thought you had a
all
business
about
degree
the
in
sex.
fucking. I was confused.
Really?
yeah.
Oh, there you can get one.
Like you're just you kind of nympho. Like you just like it so much. Because I think guys, there's a lot of guys like that.
Because
Like,
the guys in porn get paid very lowly.
yeah, and they just do it because they want to fuck so much. Because that's just like a guy. But girls, I think it's a little more like, I know how guys are. I'll fucking make some money off them. Because that's how most strippers are. You know, it's not they're not.
Yeah, I
out
don't
there-
think strippers love to strip. I think
Yeah.
there are the porn stars that I've met, a lot of them do just love to fuck, but I don't think there's any girl that's like, I always liked twirling around the pole. Like,
little
I
G-string.
loved
And-
it.
I did it once. They had this like stairway with a little banister. I just went nuts.
I know the guy who brought pole dancing into Britain. Like, this is weird.
Does he
to
have that
thi-
on his
It
resume?
was weird to think there was a time before pole dancing, but there was a time way back in history where strip clubs used to just have girls at the end of the room just dancing on a stage.
Well,
just,
that's
Yeah, the-
I'm naked. And this guy, who's a very famous comedy club owner, but I won't say who he is because he's been very good to me over this. But he went over to LA and saw the girls dancing around the poles. He came back to Britain. He bought a pole. Right? He bought this pole.
from a firehouse.
Yeah, it was like in his hand luggage or something. He brings his pole, he puts it in the middle of the stage, he goes to all the British strippers, he goes,
Yeah.
dance around,
Dance
dance
on
around
that.
that. They all looked at him like he was fucking retarded. Right? And
course.
his exact words to me, I had to show him a few moves.
Hey,
Like,
wait,
you
wait,
sort
wait.
of give it a bit of that. Yeah.
I had a girlfriend who was a stripper for 2.5 years, and when she got out of stripping, she went to become a fireman. And I was like,
No way.
Something with you and fucking poles.
I know. She just really likes it. That's amazing. But yeah, that's something that you kind of have to consider. Like, there has to be that pioneer that first brings the pole and then says, no, you can be sexy on this.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen pole dancing in India?
Yeah, I have actually.
They
men-
catch their earrings on
no, men do it. And it's like competitive pole.
I don't know about that, Edward.
Well, no, but it's not to be sexy. Like, they climb up it and they do
Yeah,
tricks.
it's like
more
acrobatics.
like a Cirque du Soleil
It's
thing.
Oh yeah, but that's different. That's not sexy then.
It's in,
Well, they do it-
They strip?
I've jerked off to it.
Yeah, but is there anything you haven't jerked off to at this point?
You
Eddie?
go see strippers in Japan. This is where it gets really weird. You'll be just watching it, and then all of a sudden, like, a guy will just pull out a flute in the crowd, and everyone will be like, "Yeah, the flute guy's here."
And he just plays
another
it, no one
guy,
flinches?
another guy will rock out his tambourine, and like the girl just sort of sits there in a chair naked, and they're really
So
respectful
it's like
of her.
strip karaoke or something? Like, it just busts out? all
Where's
of a
the
sudden?
weirdest place you've been to? Here it is. Look, this is Indian pole dancing.
Right, yeah, but that's not a pole. That's a big wooden. That's a thing that Scottish people throw.
Oh, that's a... No,
That's a caber.
oh, look at it.
Yeah, but it's not a pole. Like, I know strippers who get splinters on their thighs.
I mean, the guy's got really soft skin. I'm
Yeah,
getting
but
pretty turned on.
we can't compare that to pole dancing.
If a stripper would learn how to do this, I would give
Tips.
her so much fucking money.
Well, whenever I watch a stripper and she does the really elaborate moves down the pole, I never find that sexy.
I don't find it sexy, but I
like
enjoy
when
it.
they're passing out and trying to put a finger inside themselves. like when they're laying on their back going, I can't dance anymore.
So you have a fetish for like the wounded animal thing, where it's like I got a chance with
I
this
think
one
it's
because she has no
because-
idea what's going on.
I think it's because I've been heavily drinking for so many years that I hadn't had sex with someone sober for so long. And then when I sobered up for a while, have you ever had sex with someone drunk while they're drunk and you're sober?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Retarded.
It's terrible.
Retarded. It's like you're raping them.
Yeah.
Right.
But when you're both drunk,
Like-
all they do is I hold their heads up and go, say it down camera, say you're not being raped. But the thing is, when you're both drunk, you think we're both doing great here.
And it's the worst.
But the thing is, now I look back in
ever.
my life and I know there was a time when I was drunk and the girl was sober. And that's got to be horrific.
So you look back on that going, God, what is she
Yeah,
thinking
no,
about
I
me?
must have been just hocking up cigarette phlegm on her back and just
Vomiting all over.
vomiting everywhere. And
We had in college. We went to Toronto one time on a trip, like a whole bunch of guys, and we got there and we went to a strip club, and they had. Do you remember that remote control truck? It was like the first one that like. It's like now it's like an antique. Everyone buys it. It was the first like big awesome remote
It's
control.
like Bigfoot at
I
Radio
like when they
Shack or
put the
something.
Frogger and all that type of
Yeah,
stuff.
but anyway, they had a dildo attached to it.
Of course
And a
they
girl
did.
would lie on the ground and she would give you the remote control. And it was a competition to see how many times you could get the dildo in her pussy.
It's the same as pin the tail on the donkey.
What's
I've played ping pong with a woman in Thailand. I've done that where she shoots it
And
and
then
you hit it. You hit it back.
she doesn't have a pack.
There it is. There it is.
There it is.
Farside was able to find that on the internet.
And quick, too. Like, he bookmarked it. Like, he's like, oh, I've had this.
But you know what I hate about things like that? That is so childish because there's no woman who enjoys it. I'm not saying I know the female body because evidently I don't. But I do know that someone's stupid brain has gone, guys like watching women be penetrated with things and we also like trucks.
I don't know.
So what we should do is we should attach a penetrating thing onto a truck.
Let's combine everything. If we can get nacho cheese in the mix,
Yeah,
we'll be in heaven.
Our listeners are pretty good at sending us like the weirdest shit on the internet and putting it on our Facebook page. There is a thing that somebody put on one time that is the funny. I've seen a lot of funny shit on the internet. I think this thing made me laugh harder than anything, and it had to be German. Because, the Germans are just so fucked up. It was a woman and she's got like a mask on, like a ball gag. She's strapped onto a machine, like it's a car.
Yeah.
And it's running with like gears and pumps and everything. And there's a dildo going in and out of her pussy. And the dildo makes the vehicle move.
You know what I like about
And you
this?
just see
This
her
is what Eddie thinks is the worst thing the Germans have ever done. You know what I mean? Like
That whole Holocaust thing,
that was
minor.
That was their
Short
invention.
memory.
That was their invention before the ovens. They were gonna have the dildo car kill.
What is the dildo car thing? You got to find it. I don't know what it's. If you can find it, Farside, or if somebody out there, if one of our listeners knows what I'm talking about, it's like this vehicle that is powered by the dildo going in and out of her pussy.
Good Lord. Wow. I just love how there's people listening to this podcast going, why are the three guys talking when there's two porn stars in the room?
Well, porn stars, they're not for talking.
Yeah. We're professional talkers.
That's true. We are.
And these girls, she fixes helicopters.
Yeah. And this
Like, that's
does
what,
X-rays.
you know what I like about that is I hope to be rich enough one day to own a helicopter. And I never thought that I could meet a girl by smashing it up. You know what I mean? Like you went in for helicopter repair and you come back going, she was just horny. She hadn't been in the industry for a while.
That's like the one.
I got my rotor fixed and blew a load all over her face.
I said, can you fix this? And she said, no, if you can't fix this first. And I didn't listen to what she said and I just punched her.
Speaking of porn stars and midgets, I think we have to mourn the death. I think
Of the one that looked like Gordon Ramsay was
Yes.
eaten by badgers.
yes.
I did it. I did an article on my nuts column in Britain. If you read nuts, I have a column there each week. I did an article about this guy which I made the joke of going, because like regular people get fed to the pigs, but no, not you guys, badgers.
Fuck badger. A badger dragged him into a hole.
He did fucking look like Gordon Ramsay. I tell you what, though.
They think he might have committed suicide, though. If you're wondering what we're talking about, there's a little midget that was in the porn industry that did a film. I forget what the name of the film was.
Hi ho, it's up your arse we go.
No, it would have been.
I wish I was that funny to make that joke, but no, that's the actual name of the movie.
And he looks a lot like Gordon Ramsay, and he was found dead in a badger set. I don't know what a badger set is.
It's a fancy word for den.
Okay. Well, he was dead there. And the badgers had eaten half his body.
Yeah, that was in one sitting, though. It wasn't
And
much of a
the
body.
weird thing is that I do a joke on stage about midgets' greatest fear is vultures. And
Say
if you
dwarfs.
want dwarf,
That's all right.
if you want, you got to say.
But I've been amongst you people now.
Oh yeah, we have to tell that story.
But you got to say vulture, and that makes them open their mouth because they're afraid. Now I've changed it to badger.
Yeah.
And people have come up to me after the show. They're like, "How did you know?"
Well, I mean, because I didn't even know. You think I'd get a memo as a dwarf what I should be afraid of? Badger was never on the fucking list.
Is there anything, as a little person, is there any animal that like you're really fucking afraid of?
Full-grown adults.
To be honest with you,
People, girls, high beds,
I know exactly.
a regular-sized toilet. The list goes on. What are you talking about? Payphone.
Badgers was way down the list.
Being
at that
accepted
point.
by your parents. It goes on forever.
But
Living past 20.
Jesus.
all right, I'm 27. We're good. I'm on borrowed time at this point. But no, like when
Getting regular acting work.
That's not hard. That's not hard.
when-
There's always Christmas time.
No, regular acting work.
regular,
No, like as a proper person, not like as an animal.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
No, it's literally I've been.
Yeah, they're always. I tell you, I do it in my stand-up. You name me another disability that's dressed up as something besides itself.
right.
You name me a
Exactly.
like if you see a Down syndrome person in a film, it's a Down syndrome person in a film. If you see someone with cerebral palsy, it's a cerebral palsy person in a film. But not a dwarf. Paint that cunt orange. Off we go. Right? It's the only disability where
You're right.
they don't give a fuck.
You're right.
They don't
Absolutely.
except for E.T.
Yeah, I was just.
E.T. was a legless child walking on his hands.
Yeah, and I'm
Really?
looking at that
Really?
going, why didn't a midget play that? You know
No,
what I mean?
no, because the thing is, because these little stumpy legs and the waist had to go all the way down.
had
And I love
stumpy
how
legs.
Steven Spielberg says this. He goes, I never let the kids see E.T. out of the costume because I didn't want to ruin the magic. Plus, you didn't want to freak the fuck out of Drew Barrymore with the legless kid going,
I know.
Yeah, that's what's inside the rubber, Drew. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. So
whenever
a
you're talking
legless
to it.
kid. That's kind of like Knuckles, the guy that
Legless kid, and
skateboards.
he was walking on his hands,
Jesus.
and that was what was inside E.T. Find out what's inside E.T.
Spielberg's ruthless.
Oh, shit.
Like sitting around at that meeting talking. So
How can we make this happen?
Who are we going to put in this costume? And somebody's like, I've seen this kid in my neighborhood.
I like that he probably went through
No,
like a
put
list.
person inside E.T. Playing, because playing's like a video game.
Just go on and he'll find it.
You know what I mean? Like they had to go through trials and errors. Like they said, okay, are we going to get a kid to do this? No. A midget to do this? No. Is there a legless person you can find, man?
Oh,
Do you remember, Brad, when I asked you one time, my dog Noosa is really bad with kids, and she just for some reason is a freak with kids. Like she always bites at little kids, and I wanted to, like familiarize her with kids. And I thought,
Right.
what's the best way to do it? So I was telling the story, and I was like, Brad, could you come over and play with my dog? Because I figure he's not going to sue me.
Right.
You know?
And then I meet you at the Laugh Factory parking garage, and your dog is in the car, and the dog tries to fucking
Noosa
attack me.
jumped out of the car and attacked.
we
like
have
the dog-
we have Noosa here in the house.
Get her the fuck away from me. She hates me. She sees me like, all right, I bet you that thing squeaks.
My my dog hates black people, homeless people, midgets, and children.
Well, you know,
Why-
dogs take after their owners, Eddie.
While we're on the subject of dogs, Eddie might
Jim's
know
up-
what's coming.
Jim's upset.
This is what happened the other day.
Uh-oh.
I got to read these texts out. Now, yesterday, Eddie was in a bad mood, and I don't know why, but he was. And I've decided I'd like to have a dog travel with me. Only a Chihuahua, so I could get it on planes. But I'd like.
Because you're gay. That is
Yeah.
the gayest
And-
dog you could possibly have.
Well,
Would you find me gay if I had a Chihuahua? Would that make me a gay guy?
Would you carry it in a Louis Vuitton purse?
No, but I would still have a small dog so I could take it away for weekends gigs with me, so I could get on the plane. Other
Would
than
you,
having
would, you
a
get
big
a,
dog.
would you get a pink collar?
I would get a pink collar if it was a girl because girls like pink. Not for me, it's for the dog. Anyway, so
colorblind dog.
I wrote to Eddie, can I have a dog? What do you think his response was? Like the sentence he would have written back.
no.
No. and then like I shouldn't have even asked. He should just rock home and I should have a dog and I go, I got a dog. Right? I should have to ask
I know,
Eddie's
you're
permission.
you're a grown-ass man.
Well,
No, well,
wait till
hold
you
on.
read the rest of this.
oh.
Can I have a dog? No. What the hell is wrong with you? Question mark, question mark, question mark. And I wrote, why? You have one. And he goes, and I have a girlfriend that walks it 3 times a day. They're a lot of work! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark.
Very passionate
And then
about this,
I wrote, I have owned dogs and I have a Jason. and it's a Chihuahua and they don't even need walking. Well, what if Noosa doesn't get along with it? Oh, precious Noosa. Here we go. And I said, well, Noosa gets along with Harlow, plus it's the size of a rat. Noosa won't hurt it. It's already house trained. And stop with the exclamation marks. Trust me, you're acting impulsively. I know you won't train it, and it will shit and piss on all my stuff. Not just on stuff, on Eddie's stuff.
Eddie's stuff.
This dog's going to pick out.
Hold on.
It's going to find Eddie's possessions.
We all know what Jim. Look around. This whole house, it's all practically mine.
Yeah.
And then your stuff is all in the hamster cage.
Yeah.
Which no one goes into.
The dog will sleep in there with me.
Yeah, because it looks like a nuclear holocaust. And so the dog,
Jeez,
if the dog,
enough with the Holocaust, JC. I can start with the Germans, then with the Holocaust.
if it goes in your room and shits everywhere. it's
All
no
right,
big deal.
Himmler. All right. And then he goes, you travel too much. Where are you going?
What's he doing?
He goes, you travel too much. Where is it going to go? I have a security deposit down. Just wait till you buy your own place. I'm calling you! Exclamation mark.
Then the discussion.
And then
continued.
it ended. But this is my argument. Eddie says we can't have it because the dog's going to shit in the house and we have a security deposit. When there's dogs here all the time. But not only that, about a month ago, our fucking toilet clogged up and shit came out of our kitchen sink and came over the top and poured into the living room.
Into this chair that I'm sitting in right now, probably.
But that's
Thank
not
you.
going to ruin our security bomb.
No.
Chihuahua shit is going to be the telling fucking thing.
You do realize that, like, Chihuahua shit, you could pick it up, like, with tweezers. Like, it's that small.
But here's what I found.
May we have found the legless kid who played E.T.
What I found that makes me happiest about this whole thing is that I know if you really want to piss Jim off, just put exclamation points with everything.
If you really want to piss Eddie off, just wait next week until there's another fucking dog in the house.
I won't.
One for each exclamation mark.
I'll have no problem killing.
This will be like the
Chihuahua.
pound by the time I'm finished.
Now that you're reading text, I need to read a text that I got from Jason.
Come on.
Nope, I'm reading
This is the one
it.
you put out there on the...
Oh, come on. I didn't read any nasty
Yeah,
things.
this isn't
about you.
nasty.
That
This
was
isn't nasty
funny.
at all.
Eddie, that was funny. That wasn't mean.
I was just being silly, dude.
I
Like,
know, it's funny, Jason.
Okay.
Don't get mad. What happened was Jason, lost his fight to Ortiz. I like how
He
Jason
writes to Rachel and everything. He does. He writes to Rachel. He's a
fuck.
fucking nut job.
Mayweather beat Ortiz, but Ortiz beat Jason. so Jason, who posted? Somebody posted a picture of, or Jason.
Ortiz did it.
Ortiz posted a picture of Jason in the singlet.
Yeah.
And I said, take that down off your Facebook page because we don't want the listeners to know yet because the episode hadn't come out yet. So I said, hey, delete that picture of you in the singlet off your page. You'll ruin the suspense of the show. Jason wrote, done. How the fuck is it me? Ortiz posted that shit. I've been busy packing and moving. What do you have to pack, first of all?
have
Second
stuff.
of all, then he goes, and I go, yeah, but
Massage
it's
table?
on your page. Just take it off ASAP. He goes, I did. And I said, good job. Then Jason writes, and you can tell he's drunk. This is after the fight where Jason lost. He goes, not happy. Not happy about feedback anyhow. Now I want to fuck up some fans. I could have separated.
Really?
Listen, I could have separated that fucker's jaw from the skull. I sandbagged for comedy. Now I'm regretting it.
Jason, you didn't sandbag for comedy.
No, he crushed me in the jiu-jitsu,
you
but, like,
really tried.
in
that fight.
yeah, but like,
Who did you fight?
What happens is,
A listener.
in this, I used
Fought a
to.
listener?
What happens is like, when you lose a match like that, when something like you think about everything that happened afterward. Like, oh, he was doing this. When you see the video playback, you're like, oh fuck, that's like really blatant how he's setting that up, and you regret all your moves, and it just kept me up. And I was a little drunk and I was a little aggro.
Well, I wrote back after he said, I sandbagged for comedy. Now I'm regretting it. This is my text back. You did not. He goes, I had a clear...
How many exclamation marks do you leave?
Well, I mean, like,
Wait, Jason, just let me read these. Then you wrote, I had a clear open heel stomp to the face when he extended my arm, and I'm losing sleep over it.
Yeah, but that wasn't the
Because-
fight, Jason.
I know.
And then I
And
wrote,
Jason,
But here's the deal.
If you want that option, I'm sure he'll come back for full
No.
fist.
Whatever.
Hold on. Let me read this in full and then comment. And then I wrote, I just texted him, and he's coming back next Monday for a rematch. And Jason wrote, I'm too kind, too passive, and I...
he's making this bullshit up right now.
Oh, really?
I said, man,
I'll read it.
fight him yourself.
I'll read it.
Read-
What did I say next? I said, man,
hold
fight
on.
him yourself.
Hold on. Let Jim read it then, Jason.
Eddie wrote, I'll text him and he's coming back next Monday for a rematch. And you wrote, Jason, I'm too kind, too passive, and I hate myself for it. And then Eddie wrote, well, you have more than a week to train for the rematch. Pretty sure.
This is bullshit.
This is what I'm reading.
Yeah. All you have to do is change the address in the address book. And it
Pretty
says Jason
sure
Howard.
I did that match with a broken rib. Mike White took a cheap shot and fucked me. Rematch. Ortiz wants to do it.
That's what I wrote.
So you wrote,
okay, here we
and
go.
then you wrote, next individual to diss me will taste bitter in full. ... Trust me. Meh. Fight him yourself.
And then Jason.
You did write it, Jason.
And then
I don't
wrote,
remember
wait,
writing it.
And then I wrote, I said, I thought you said you could take him. And Jason wrote, suck me. And then I said,
All right.
you started this, stop acting psycho. And Jason wrote, I can write music. Can you?
Yeah, no, Jason was wasted.
And then I wrote, don't
I know,
particularly,
Jason-
wait, I wrote, don't particularly want to. And Jason wrote, I love you. Good night.
Jason always goes to his music abilities at the fucking at moments where he thinks he's losing. It's just like, I wrote a song. Now, girls, have either of you got boyfriends?
No.
No, you got a boyfriend. Now Jason here is a single man. He's now
Extremely talented,
Let me
multi-talented.
tell
He's
you.
a musician. I don't know if you know that yet.
Let me tell you all these good points. He's
And done.
Let's take about 15 seconds.
he's friends with me.
All right. He's got connections.
He's got a key to this house.
Got a key to this house anytime he wants. Comes and goes. A reasonable pinball score, not a great one.
Lettuce connection.
Lettuce connection.
Organic.
Organic. An organic lettuce connection.
Whoa, it's not just lettuce. It's organic.
He's borderline homeless at the moment. He's staying at some-
Sits well next to midgets.
Yeah,
Does not twitching at all.
He does. He does. It's like he accepted Brad as a real person. You
I
see
know.
that? He's giving. He's a nice type of
If
person.
Brad would let him in as a friend, he would take all advantage of that. Don't let him in. Don't let him in.
What are you
He'll
fucking
be at your
crazy?
house fucking
I know,
tomorrow.
exactly.
So what do you think?
I'm going to have to pass personally, but
Why?
because I don't like lettuce.
How do you keep your weight down?
How do you not like lettuce? That's weird.
Do you really dislike lettuce? No,
You made that up.
No, you know a girl dislikes Jason when she picks the most common vegetable of them all.
On the
Like
planet.
the vegetable that is the canvas of all salads.
And pretty much the canvas of all Subway sandwiches.
Oh
too.
yeah, without us, yeah. My uncle used to do that joke. We used to go, "What's for dessert?" He'd go, "Honey roll over and lettuce," and we'd be like, stop it. Anyway,
Bachelorette number 2. How do you
Miss
feel?
Courtney Kane.
How do you feel about getting slightly raped by Jason?
Slightly raped?
Yeah.
No, I'll pass.
how about fully rape?
That's great.
That's a little better.
That's a little bit.
You know.
He's a good-looking guy. He looks like Russell Crowe if he's been eating
He does look
Cinnabons
like
all day.
he does look like Russell Crowe, and his chemicals are slightly up now. His chemicals are slightly up. What will happen is during the sex, he'll probably punch you and then cry afterwards.
Holy shit! There's a picture.
He looks
Save
like
that,
he
save
looks
that.
like
I'll
Russell Crowe when he's let himself go a little bit. When Russell Crowe's looking a bit shit, when he's gained a bit of weight for a movie or something.
Yeah.
I like Russell Crowe. I think people give
We just found Jason's doppelganger, which is a
Right.
fat Russell Crowe. We'll put it on the website on jimandeddytalkshit.com.
You know Russell Crowe's a genius because he wears the same outfit every day.
Yeah, and I've seen him on.
It's genius.
When I lived in New York, I used to see him working out on the Hudson River all the time. He's always riding. All these fat celebrities just ride bikes to work out. Like I see Arnie Schwarzenegger rides up and down Speedway every day.
What's wrong with that?
Because it's not a fucking workout riding a fucking.
It's still exercise.
I know, but you look at them and it's like Arnie's fat now, and
He's in his
Russell
fucking 60s.
Trying.
He's in his 60s. He was in a job where he probably had to work 14 hours a day. And you're like going, fat
I don't
cunt.
think he was
He was
14 hours a
Mr.
He
Universe.
was fucking Guatemalans all day long.
Listen, if he was like just a normal guy looking like how he does now, you'd probably be impressed. But the fact that he was Mr. Universe earlier,
Do you know why Russell Crowe wears the same outfit every day?
Because he's fat.
why is that?
No, because he just got the same outfit. He wears his Rabbitohs jersey, which is the football team he owns in Australia, right? He wears that with the rabbit on it. He wears that every day because if he goes out of the house and is acting like a bit of a cunt, no one can put a timeline on when he's doing it.
Oh, that's
Paparazzi.
Is that literally why he
Yeah. So if he gets drunk, he can just go, that was me drunk a couple of years ago.
Has he said that?
Back in the day.
Has he said that?
Yeah, that's why he does it. Yeah, so that people can't fuck with him. Like when he goes to award shows and stuff, like he wears a different outfit. But when he just leaves the house, going to the shops or whatever, going to a bar, he wears the same outfit.
I
every
remember
day.
he hired Sarah Silverman to do stand-up at his birthday party. And then there was a newspaper article about how she bombed at his party. And I talked to her afterwards, and she's like, it was bullshit. You know, you're doing like a private party, and you're fucking doing stand-up. It never works.
No.
And she goes, he didn't even want me to do stand-up. The whole time he was just trying to fuck her.
I'm going to tell you this story, and it involves a comedian who's a very good friend of mine. I won't say because it's his story. I won't say his name in case he wants to keep this quiet or whatever. But
Sure.
he got booked for Ronnie Woods' daughter's wedding, right?
Okay.
So he
Who's
was
Ronnie Woods?
Ronnie Woods from the Rolling Stones.
Oh, okay.
Rolling Stones.
Right. So he was booked at this wedding to
the one that looks like Skeletor.
Yeah, he's the one that used to be in the band with Rod Stewart before he was in the anyway.
Right.
So Ronnie Wood's a famous person, Ronnie Wood. So he goes along to this wedding, and he's meant to perform, and he's like, fucking, there's Mick Jagger and the rest of the Rolling Stones are
Right.
there, there's fucking David Bowie's there, Clapton's there, all this type of stuff, right? And they said, oh, you should go on before the wedding vows. And he's like, no, I don't, we'll do afterwards when everyone's a bit drunk.
Right.
And then as time goes on, he's at this wedding and he's getting paid like $50K or something to do this wedding. And every time he's about to go on, someone like Eric Clapton goes, I'll go up and play a few tunes, right? so he's about
gotta
to
follow
He's
Clapton.
about to go on again, and they're like, oh, we'll have you in a minute, and he's freaking out. Then fucking the Stones start playing at the fucking wedding. And he's like, oh my God, the Rolling Stones have just played at this fucking wedding. And then everyone keeps drinking. He gets fucking nervous, more and more nervous, and he's sitting there shaking in the corner. Ronnie Woods gets so fucking smashed up, he goes up to my mate and he goes, you were great up there.
Perfect.
Yeah, everyone forgot that he didn't perform.
and he got paid?
He got paid and fucked off.
He got paid $50K to watch a Rolling Stones jam session. That is awesome. I've actually had to play a wedding before as well. I took it as a gig, and literally they said, okay, you'll go on at the reception. And right before I go on, this woman goes, she's drunk as hell. She goes, I want to say a few words. And she gets on the mic and starts talking about how she's so sorry the dad couldn't be there because he just died like 2 weeks ago from cancer. Like, and she's like, he would have been so proud of you, but you know he's watching right now. And literally right after that story goes, and now the comedy of Brad Williams. I
have a similar horrific story.
God.
I had a corporate gig for the British military, like their Christmas do, like 3 years ago. And I went out to Sandhurst, which is like where like the royal family enters the military, right? It's like the real fucking posh bit of the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I go out to this gig, and they just have like a fucking raffle table with one of those microphones plugged into a little lamp off to the side is like the speaker system,
Basically,
right?
like you're a guy at Venice trying to with
So-
coins trying to get
So
paid.
like Richie Valens at the early bit of La Bamba, right? So I go up there and I'm like, oh fuck it. So I go into the bathroom and there's like guys having like a physical punching each other up type of thing, right? Just before the gig, there's like and they're all in tuxedos and stuff.
like not in a
there's-
fight, just to do it like to amp each other up?
No. They're all in tuxedos and kilts and shit, right? And they're just beating the fuck out of each other. And one guy's crying, like, oh, fuck you, fuck off. I'm sorry, all right? I'm fucking sorry. Right? And I'm there like, oh, fucking hell, it's all kicked off here. All the soldiers. So it's a room full of soldiers and their fat wives. Not saying that all soldiers have fat wives, but any girl who's willing to wait 6 months. Anyway, we're going to get complaints for that.
I know.
Anyway, man, let's carry on.
Not complaints. You just pissed off people with guns.
Yeah. Well, people with guns, luckily not with educations. Anyway, so
I'm going to distance myself from that one.
it was a joke. I've gone out to Afghanistan and Iraq. I've done gigs for the troops. Forgive me. Anyway, so I
Support the troops.
support the troops.
Yellow ribbon.
Support the troops. Unless they're getting on the airplane before me. I feel like that's a privilege too far.
All right.
Anyway, so...
Wait. I have to interrupt for 1 second. Farside, you're going too far. He Googles everything we say, and all of a sudden I see it. Farside Googles, and we all see it on the screen in front of us while we're doing the show. And while Jim is talking, I see...
Why are so many military wives disgustingly fat? And they've given reasons.
And that's on Yahoo Answers. Someone type that.
I have 2 kids. My hectic is so scared. I'm hectic. I'm depressed, so I eat too much. Plus, you're eating for 2.
Farside just...
Because you keep cooking the same size meals and he's not there.
Oh my God.
Maybe never again.
Eddie. So let me finish my story.
All right,
So I go off and I do this gig and they're like, oh, fucking forgive me, you fucking asshole. Like that, right? So before I go on, the head of the brigade stands in front of all these soldiers, hundreds of the fuckers with this little speaker, and he has that big military voice. He tries to use a microphone and just goes, fuck it, and starts yelling at him. And just goes, all right, let's not hide behind what happened. He goes, last year, when we were here, Lieutenant Williams took Lieutenant Daniels on a drive. Both of them were drunk. They veered off the road just over there. If you can probably see the tree from the window.
Oh my God.
They veered off and Lieutenant Daniels died on impact. Now, they were both drink driving. They know what they got into. Now, no one loved Lieutenant Daniels more than me. But if I can forgive Lieutenant Williams, so should you. And then someone goes, no, he's a fucking bastard. And then these other people crying, right? And his fucking ex-wife is there crying.
Oh,
like, so he's like, let's cheer ourselves up. With a bit of comedy.
I always love the lines that they say right before you because they think that that's just going to wash everything out. You know what I mean?
He hands me the microphone like, there you go. And I get up and do it, and there's people start punching each other in the crowd, and then they sort of start, and then I'm like trying to do my stand-up, and then some guy in the front's decided that I'm shit, so he's like, you're shit. And then another guy's gone, no, I've seen him on TV, he's all right. Yeah, he's all right, him. And then one guy comes up and steals the microphone off me and pushes me to the side. He goes, look, everyone, I'm running this event. You have no idea how much money we have paid this guy to be here.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, it was like 30 grand or something. And I'm there going, they're not going to like me now. I'm shit and expensive.
That's pretty. My most awkward was
what's your hell gig?
South Africa. When we were down
Say
there,
no more.
It was the year. It was the year before I met Jim down there.
It was the year before the place turned a bit south.
I'm down in South Africa, and the owner of the festival, Sam, that we all know, goes, "Hey, do you play golf?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Bring some golf clubs. You're gonna play. I'm gonna have you play some golf down here." I'm like, "All right, I'll go play golf." So one day at the shows, we're there for like a month doing shows. He goes, "You're gonna play golf tomorrow in this golf tournament, and then you're gonna do comedy afterwards." And I was like, "Okay." He goes, "At the party afterwards." And I went, all right, no big deal.
It was a golf course. It wasn't a mixed crowd.
No, actually, on the golf courses, they have black guys with machine guns along the course because golfers would hit balls out of bounds and they would go to get their ball and fucking South Africans would rob them while they were going looking for their golf balls. So they have guards on
That's
the
where the
golf
term
course.
"have no balls" came from.
Yeah. So we're walking up to the first tee, and I go, "What is this charity, anyways?" And Sam goes, "You're not pro-life, are you?" And I go,
my God.
"No, I'm not pro-death." Like,
Yeah, what does that mean?
And I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Well, this charity, it's for an abortion clinic."
Yeah,
We're
what's wrong with
raising
that? I'm all for that.
No, right. But
These girls wouldn't have a job without it.
right, but but at that point, I look at Sam and I go, "Does that mean if I get a hole in one, I get a free abortion?" And so we play golf, we have a fucking great day, and then we go to the event afterwards, and I'm all for it. I believe in abortion and everything, but we go to the event, and they're having an auction before I go on stage.
For a fetus?
Yeah, they're selling
A fetus.
They're selling
a fetus. That's a brand of sportswear in South Africa.
Run DMC has a cover song there too. A fetus.
They're raffling off like dinners and wine and cheese and vacations and stuff. And I'm wasted because we've been drinking on the golf course the whole time. And I haven't gone on. And I'm like, this is the worst you're putting me on at an abortion clinic, like fundraiser.
Right.
So while it's going on, I'm standing in the back and I'm so drunk. And they're going, there's a auctioneer, one of the real auctioneers that does it going once, going twice, going three times, blah, 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 blah.
I hate those guys. They overdo it.
And every time he yells sold, I would yell, you just killed a baby. To the point where Sam grabs me and goes, we're not going to do the show. And
That's not a hell gig. You got to play golf all day.
You got to play golf
You got
all
to
day.
get shit-faced.
You got to say a really funny comment.
Yeah.
Why is your story? You came out of it a hero. Me and Brad looked like assholes.
I know, right?
You went. I played golf and then said something cool.
Yeah, but you also got to add in your price of what you got paid.
I don't remember the actual price though. I might have been a lot less than that. I don't remember the actual price, but it was pretty bad.
But you threw it in there, so
Well, that was my going rate
if anyone
for
listens
that
to the
year.
show.
No, I could have gotten higher.
There you go. But you gave him a discount.
Yeah, I did Manchester United's.
You're the hero.
I
here,
did
Jim.
Manchester United's Christmas gig, right? And I went in and I was like, why the fuck? These are footballers. Why the fuck aren't these cunts laughing? And I'm sitting back in a milk crate in the alleyway after the game, eating like inside the stadium. And I was just played in front of the biggest sporting team on earth. And I was like, none of those cunts found me funny. And then my brain went, they can't speak English.
Yeah, they're all
I'm
foreigners.
playing the fucking European and African guys and fucking, and even the ones that could speak English, like Wayne Rooney, probably can't really. In England, people are laughing right now because Wayne Rooney's not very bright. So, how many cocks at once? Record. What have you done?
Transition.
Do you do the DP? Never. You've never
No.
done double penetration.
In my personal life, but never.
So,
on film.
I love that.
I was about to say. So you say you like sex.
have you ever done the DP?
Nope.
Really?
Isn't
Isn't that the highest paid thing in porn?
Gangbang.
Double anal. You ever done a gangbang?
No.
One. What? Okay. What?
Gangbangs
Why do you
don't really
What's with the
exist.
frigid women
Like
you've
now.
brought, right?
I mean, I'd be willing to do them, but they don't really put them on like they used to in the 90s.
They don't put
The good old days.
They seem to be still very popular on the internet.
It's funny. They called the 20s were the roaring 20s. The 90s were the gangbanging 90s.
They were in porn. They used to like put on the big like events where the public just would have to get
Show
tested.
up.
No, but
and then
you've
show
obviously
up.
had like two guys at once or something
The
like that.
most on film, I think three.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much a gangbang, isn't it? How many cocks do you need, you selfish bitch?
Just greedy at that point.
Yeah. I've only ever had 3 cocks in a room.
And she almost says it with shame. Like, you know what? We tried for 4. Couldn't do it.
In your personal life, what's your record? How many cocks?
2.
Two guys.
And you?
2.
2.
Two. And
There's
1, 2, 3,
about
4, 5.
Brad?
8 of us here.
Now the thing is,
Jason's here, so that's half.
we play a game with all Pornstars that you may have played before called Kill, Marry, Fuck, which is the classic game, and it's with Jason, Eddie, and me, and we'd like to hear your reasons and why you would kill, marry, and fuck.
Which one of us would you kill? Which one of us would you marry? And which one of us would you fuck? And why? Wow. You go first. What? The
Kami.
names. Kami's gonna go first. If you want to Google Kami, what's her name? Kami
Kai.
Kai. Where's your favorite
How do you
place
spell
for them
Kami?
to
Is that
find
with
you?
a K or a C?
It's my website, kamikai.com.
KamiKai.com, and that's KAI.
KAYME.
Wow, you got it.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you.
Spelling's not your
I'm
strong
going to
point.
tell you a little thing about the old stage name. Make it catchy and easy to remember.
You should just. If I was a porn
Smith.
star, I'd go by Jill Cumguzzler.
KYME and then KAI.
There she is. Miss America.
Somebody doesn't discriminate.
Hey, may I say, what a lovely taut vagina you have.
Thank you.
Can I see it in real life?
All right, wait. Let's do Kill, Marry, Fuck. Kami's gonna go first. Kami, let's hear it. Which one of
what
us
was
would
it?
you? Which one of us would you kill? Which
Kill.
one of us would you marry? Between Jim, myself, and Jason. And which one would you kill? Which one would you marry? And which one would you fuck?
And your reasoning behind these answers.
Wow. I don't know. I guess sorry, Jason. I would kill Jason.
He's used to it at this point. It's like he just wear a shirt that says "Kill me" at this point.
He's been killed enough
Did
times.
you hear
to
that
get
at
rid of a cat.
skanktees.com? Would you please print me a shirt that says "Kill me"?
All right, so she didn't even say that. She said, "I'm sorry, Jason." She might say, "Sorry, I don't want to marry Jason. I think it'd be a lovely fuck." You don't even know what she's going to say. Let the poor girl speak.
This fucking intern is amazing.
I was gonna kill Jason.
Yeah.
Good luck.
She'd do it in your sleep, Jason. Do it in your sleep.
I guess I would fuck Jeff.
Jim.
Fuck Jeff, marry Jim.
Wait,
No, he's Eddie.
I'm Eddie.
He said, "You know what I love? You've come along, and the only name you know is Jim Jeffries, and you split it up between us."
Okay, I
would fuck Eddie and kill
marry
Tell us your reasoning behind that.
because Jimmy makes me laugh, and I would totally marry someone that makes me laugh.
I make you laugh, and yes,
then,
and Eddie does not.
Eddie makes
he's in
me
great
laugh,
shape.
but I don't know. I would just fuck Eddie. If I saw him, I'd want to fuck him.
You don't want to fuck me?
Well, we were getting married, so you'd be fucking on a daily basis, right?
Yeah, but I'd be fucking her behind your. I'd be fucking her behind your back while you're walking the Chihuahua.
Yeah, well. Yeah, well, between the two of you, I would kill and marry you.
Hey, we've decided this has been such a good episode, and we like having Brad Williams around so much, and we always like women with vaginas and breasts, that we're going to have them back. So next episode, we're going to bring Brad Williams back with his Pornstars. And so listen, donate, go to our webpage, jimandeddytalkshit.com. You guys are great. I'd say go fuck yourself, but I'm not allowed to do that anymore.
Talking shit.